It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we're watching episode 13 of Firefly called Heart of Gold.
Heart of Gold. That's an ambiguous title, but we never land anywhere with the title dissection, do we, Nate?
I assume they find like an android or robot or somebody who's got a solid gold heart, you know?
Jebediah Springfield.
That's right.
No, that was a
There's
silver tongue.
Silver
right?
tongue, yes. But something like that.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
like
it's
that.
like that whole
You're
How Are
right.
You Alive? They got a doctor on board who can be like, his heart is made of solid gold.
Wasn't Jane saying that in the last episode about maybe why he thought that was why Tracy had pretended to be dead because he was full of gold?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Didn't turn out to be
That's
the
right.
case.
It was his organs that he was.
Yes, right.
Oh, what an idiot. Lovable fool.
But yeah, Jane's coming around. You know,
Yeah.
He's becoming better ever since he betrayed the crew and almost got everyone killed.
Yeah, I think multiple times I've said this guy needs to go, but
Right.
he's endearing himself to me, which
He bought
is
a
good
bushel
right.
of apples for everybody.
Yeah,
Come
he
on.
sure did.
You gotta love that.
He sure did.
But he brought the Hands of Blue down on them, who really seemed to be killing everyone they came
Yeah.
in contact with.
Yeah,
So-
quick, in horrible ways.
You don't want to see those guys, I don't
No.
think. This is the penultimate episode of Firefly, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Not good. Well, it's sort of like it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I might never have actually watched this show if it hadn't, you know.
Hadn't been to the channel?
Yeah, exactly. So it is extremely cool, and of course I'm sad it's ending. But also there's a thing like where like if a show goes on for too long, sometimes it just gets bad. Like the second season of the show could have sucked.
It's
They
true,
could have
yeah.
completely lost the
Who
thread.
knows? The movie, I think, is still good and, you know, continues and shows us that there was good stuff to come, but I see what you're saying, that you try to look on the bright side of something like this getting
Yeah.
cut short.
It is like the brevity is part of the beauty of it. It's always locked in
Yeah.
time as this amazing television experience that can be enjoyed decades later.
It's true.
You know,
and
that's
it's
cool.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of value in just being familiar with this universe because someday, in some way, someone's got to do something new with this. I
Right,
just
yeah.
feel like I feel like the hope of bringing this cast of characters back is probably gone. You
Yeah.
know? Unless you do it as like a Archer-style cartoon or something like that, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah,
But-
yeah, you could do, there's a couple different ways that you
Right.
could make it work.
But you could go to this setting so easily again, you know? The verse, this
Yep.
little solar system with all their little planets and moons and just, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, we're not even done with it yet,
No.
but I think there's a lot of value in being familiar with the Firefly verse, and this is a show that really lends itself to rewatches. Go
Yeah.
around and around again and again on this one.
All right.
Should we
Well,
watch
maybe
Heart of
we'll
Gold?
watch it again on the channel.
No, we're not
Okay.
gonna, there won't be repeat viewings on this channel,
No.
sorry. We're gonna watch Firefly, Heart of Gold.
Yeah,
we have a
let's do it.
Patreon. Look
Yes.
at the link. There's a link. Patreon.
Check
Heart
it
of
out
Gold.
if you want, or don't. Heart of Gold. These don't look like good guys. If there's anything I've learned from every Western I've ever seen, if there's 5 guys galloping over the hill towards your town, you know,
That's trouble.
like, yeah, not good.
I'm here for what's mine.
Ain't nothing here belongs to you. You don't get gone, we'll be well within our rights to drop you.
The only rights you got are the ones I
Do you recognize that guy from Lost?
I do.
find the girl.
She ain't
I know I
here.
recognized him from somewhere.
This moon-
If this DNA is a match with mine,
Oh, God.
if I have to, I'll cut it out of you.
Well,
Yeah.
very nice.
Not good.
How are we gonna stop him, Andy? We'll get help, that's how.
Help? There's not a soul on this moon go up against Range Burgess.
She's
I wonder who could stand up to
Yeah.
Rance Burgess.
I'm imposing, but I got no one else to ask.
It sounds like something this crew can handle. I can't guarantee they'll handle it particularly well, but
Yeah, they'll get it done.
I would have waved you long ago. It's just...
Doesn't matter.
Inara backstory.
A whole house full of companions.
They're whores. They're not registered with the guild. They're...
Independent.
Sex workers.
Yes.
You know.
This is 2003.
Yeah.
I must see the benefit in getting involved in strangers' troubles without an upfront price negotiated.
No one's gonna force you to go, Jane. As has been stated, this job is strictly speculative.
Good. Don't know these folks. Don't much care to.
They're whores.
I'm in.
Mal knew what to say.
Yep.
I appreciate your coming.
Well, any friend of Inara's is a strictly business-like relationship of mine. This is my first mate, Zoe. I'll introduce you to the rest later. They're good folk.
Can I start getting sexed already?
Well, that was kind of horrific.
Can we talk business?
That was kind of horrific.
Jesus Christ.
Really lie with someone being paid for it?
Well, it's not like anyone else is lining up to, examine me.
My job.
Dude, she is not being subtle.
Choice of words there, yeah.
Shepard,
No, thank you.
we were hoping we might have a prayer meeting. We ain't had one.
Shepard book is uncomfortable.
Yes.
But I Shepard to come by with springtime, and he only read the one passage.
Make a sandwich. Make a sandwich.
Wash, tell me I'm pretty.
Were I unwed, I would take you in a manly fashion.
'Cause I'm pretty?
'Cause you're pretty.
I take it.
It's a very nice way to do that, Wash.
Some places come up rustic 'cause they ain't got more than the basics. Rance Burgess has money enough to build a city, a real community. Keeps people living like this so he can play cowboy, be the one with the best toys.
Oh.
Run into a Goram theme park. Someone stands
Well,
up
that's fun.
Take a clean woman's virtue, you take the woman, and that's for life. And the boy said it sounds right then.
Oh.
Malcolm Reynolds. And might I just say, she is quite a beauty.
Well, thank you. Ever had occasion to handle one of these, Mr. Reynolds?
The hell is that
Silk
thing?
trigger, active, return bolt laser.
It's a laser gun.
Oh.
Won't find technology like that short of Alliance. And even their issues don't yet have the auto target adjust.
Oh, he's just a faker.
Didn't think weapons such as this were generally legal. For a private owner, I mean.
My husband makes a distinction between legality and morality, Mr. Reynolds.
Sounds like it.
She is a beauty.
She sure is. Of course, I was referring to the lady. Ma'am?
Ah, made you look like an ass.
So, what's the plan?
The plan is we get back to Serenity and we get off this rock just as fast as we can.
Yeah, he's connected. This is not just...
And there can be no mistake.
That's a lighter.
Good.
That's fantastic, yeah.
Rance?
Well, it works.
Yeah, totally.
The child is mine.
I think, yeah.
Yeah,
They're outgunned.
You're right.
That is a fancy gun.
Yep.
Won't stop till he gets what he thinks is his. So we run.
I understand, Captain Reynolds. You have your people to think of, same as me.
Your people and whatever bits of precious you got in this house you can't bear to part with. We load up Serenity and we leave Burgess in the dust.
That's actually not a horrible plan.
Might be the
For
best
now.
everyone survives
Yeah.
plan.
Captain Reynolds, it took me years to cut this piece of territory out of other men's hands. To build this business up from nothing.
Andy.
It's who I am, and it's my home.
But he can understand this mentality too.
Rance Burgess is just a man. And I won't let any man take what's mine. I doubt you'd do different in my position.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
wouldn't.
You're my kind of stupid.
Oh, hell, he ain't expecting much of a fight. Might be we catch him with his drawers low.
3-point watch, say 4-hour shift, just to be on the safe side.
3-point, 4-hour. Should do it. Kaylee, think you could swing an upgrade for their waterworks?
I'll talk to Serenity, see what she's got we might use.
Good. We might want to scrounge up.
Starting.
Yeah, that it is, but time is on the enemy's side.
Don't you tan?
Oh, it's starting. Okay. Okay, it's starting.
Wow. Yeah.
River knows.
Yep.
Nobody panic. Everything's gonna be okay. It's all right. I got this one, Captain. Thanks. Okay. Okay, then.
Everybody's got their job. They've got a plucky little crew.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Well, I'm not sure now is the best time to bring a tiny little helpless person into our lives.
That excuse is getting a little worn, honey.
It's not an excuse, dear. It's objective assessment. I can't help that it stays relevant.
I don't give a good go around.
They do live on a spaceship.
Yep.
You and I would make one beautiful baby.
But you
I agree with that.
you need a planet with gravity to raise a baby on. As
Yeah,
the Expanse
right.
has shown us, his bone density is in for
Yeah,
trouble
would
if
be a
you try to
problem.
raise him on the spaceship.
But isn't the spaceship basically have 1G gravity somehow.
I guess it does. Yeah, it's true.
Truth is, I expected a whole lot more of you to be taking payment in our trade. You're not sly, are you? Because I got my boys.
Sly? No. I lean toward women folk, just one thing at a time. Never like complications.
I like they have their future slang, like sly right there, meaning gay.
Yep.
I read people pretty well.
Well, that's nice for you.
She's a hell of a woman, ain't she? Inara.
Yeah, she already knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She can tell why he doesn't want to.
There's 40 women in House Madrasa, and you pick her out in a second. Could have been House Priestess for years' time.
Is that right?
She's like you more than a little.
The companions is such a fascinating thing, what we do learn about it, you know?
Yeah.
It seems like it's a discipline, you know?
Absolutely.
These complications.
Almost a religious order.
They do crop up though, don't they?
Such is life.
Yeah, like monks or something.
Right.
Like study the trade. And
Well, and every single one we meet, like that character or Inara or Yosef Bridge, you know, all seem to have a certain, you know, like essence about them.
Yeah.
How many babies have you actually delivered?
As the primary, this would be the first. You?
My first two.
Well,
Mine too.
then I think we should probably trust River the most.
Yep.
Who do you think is in there?
I'm sorry?
I love that line so much. Because, yeah, who is it?
Yeah.
You are a remarkable woman. You don't mind my saying.
As long as it's you saying it and not my fine rice wine.
Oh, it takes more than a few drinks to render my judgment blurry. What about you? Am I getting any prettier?
By the minute.
Tension.
Yeah. Feel like it's maybe
Now
been
I
a
should
while
check the
for him.
barricades, make sure everyone's ready.
That's what he said to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Nandy, I have a confession to make.
Maybe I should get the shepherd.
Well, I ain't sinned yet. I'd feel a little more than awkward if he were here when I did.
This is
It's so funny just talking around each other the whole time, but
Sir Malcolm, I've been waiting for you to kiss me since I showed you my guns.
There we go.
You okay with this?
you hear something.
I'm just waiting to see if I pass out.
Yeah, oh, that's right, the lipstick.
That's right. Continuity reference.
I ain't her.
Oh.
People in this room are you and me.
You gonna remember where everything goes?
Well, let's just say I plan to take it real slow.
Well, all right then.
Oh, there you go.
Very steamy for network TV.
Yeah.
Although, I will say, this one, and the last one, and the next one are the 3 episodes that never broadcast.
Yeah,
and were on the
right.
DVD set only.
Got it.
Produced but not aired.
How many has he got with him?
Just a few. And only 2 real fighters besides himself. But they got the girls stirring for a battle.
I certainly wasn't expecting a battle.
That's not cool.
Yeah, the element of surprise.
Heart of Gold's got itself a few mercenaries. Guess we best call the whole thing off.
Oh, and there's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
She understands a whore's place, don't she? But Nandy and those others, they spit on our town. They've no
Does she really think she's gonna get a good deal from these guys?
Know what her motivation is.
family.
Maybe she's just scared.
They have my
I
child
guess.
Wants to be spared.
held hostage to their decadent ways, and that I will not abide.
I can understand not wanting to be on this guy's bad side.
Let us all remember, right here and now, what a woman is to a man.
Ick.
Yeah.
Inara's gotta be standing there.
Well,
I just
Oh, you can't be.
about
How jealous is she allowed to be?
I don't know. They haven't acknowledged their feelings for each other.
No,
To themselves even.
Yeah.
You know, I was up. I thinking.
so you took to bed with Nandy. I'm glad.
You look glad.
One of the virtues of not being puritanical about sex is not feeling embarrassed afterwards. You should look into it.
I didn't want you thinking.
I wouldn't say I'm entirely okay. I'm a little appalled at her taste.
Oh, that's not what you mean. Oh.
Nice day for a last
understand why she's conflicted, but
I'd make a healthy
she needs to start being honest then.
Remember, shoot the man, not the horse. Dead horse is cover. Live horse, great pile of panic.
That's good advice.
Yes, it is.
Jane, you are aware your radio's transmitting? Because I don't feel particularly girlish or dirty at the moment.
Up here waiting, Captain. Ready 100%.
Better be.
Unfortunate weapon choice for that vantage point.
Well, they've got what they've got.
Yeah, I guess.
Video game shotguns.
That's true.
Have a lot shorter range than real shotguns.
I thought it was just him that...
She didn't realize she was doing anything to her friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would be so bad at planning around a situation like this because my assumption, of course, was like that little posse that he showed up with was like kind of it.
Yeah.
You know?
No. He's,
like
they rolling deep.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to be that turret gunner guy. You gotta know you're, like, target number one if you're that guy.
Anybody here goes down, you drag them to the back and get back to shooting. The only way to help them is to finish this.
She's badass.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Ooh, that thing would be scary. He knows the baby's in there, right?
Yeah. He doesn't really care. He doesn't really care.
Yeah, he just wants to use the machine gun.
Yeah.
I do believe that's our first hurdle.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. That's the first guy you shoot.
I mean...
It's just open. Oh, the laser!
Yeah, that's a scary weapon, too.
Mm-hmm. Shepherd's book with a hose!
Awesome.
It'll certainly disorient the horse.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that girl let him in the back.
Oh, fuck her.
Healthy.
Good morning, Petalee. How's my boy?
Fuck.
Come on, that's a doctor. Don't you want to let the doctor, like, take care of the baby?
No. He doesn't care about anybody. It's a total narcissist. He's got no interest in... He's like, yeah, I can make another baby at this point.
It's true.
Most of you men are either dead, dying, or run off.
Oh, well, that don't matter none. I got what I came here for.
Ain't leaving here with it.
This is my blood, woman.
No. This is your blood.
Oh, yeah, you should really...
Slow, or I'll spill more than you can spare.
What's the advantage of letting him live?
Right. Fuck.
Yeah, now this happens.
Well, she's dead now. Thing about like a heat laser though, it'd be like immediately cauterized.
Yeah.
Although probably a lot of radiation to the body. This stupid Mal.
That's so stupid.
Yes, it is.
Where's the baby? What about the baby? Isn't the baby on board?
No, they took the baby back.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was just a whore.
So maybe this is the episode that was gonna teach Mal not to disrespect Inara and her work all the time. Being like, you wanna be like this guy? This is the guy you wanna be like?
Rance, this is Jonah. Jonah, say hi to your dad.
Oh shit!
The baby's ears.
Back to your daddy, Jonah.
Right. I think these guns seem quieter than.
Go on.
I don't know if they're are these ballistic guns? Are they normal guns? Or are they
Baby's
future?
also holding its own head up.
Yeah.
It's been born like a few minutes ago. It's incredible.
Strong baby, you know.
I'm glad you were with her. Her last night. I am.
Yeah, well,
Are you?
Yeah, I wish I never met her. And I wouldn't have failed her.
Well, I'm still glad.
So you weren't before?
They're getting it out there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just feeling kind of truthsome right now.
The family she made. The strength of her love for them, it's what kept them together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry. For both of us that it took me this long. I'm leaving.
What?
The shock. Oh.
Can't do that. What? No way. Why? Oh. She's so afraid of her own feelings that she can't even hang.
That's right.
They can't even have an open conversation.
I guess
God.
Not. Everyone thought that was the moment that she was gonna tell him that she loved him or she cares for him. And
I hate the fact that I knew that wasn't going to be the case because it seemed so much like it was going to.
Okay.
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm like, she's about to tell him that he's got something on his face or something like that. You know, like, sorry it took me so long to say this, but you gotta smudge. Or, you know, just something.
No,
you know, not
that. Yeah, I mean, I guess the show does do that kind of drop a joke in a scene that might have done that. But I see what you mean. I see why you would expect that, but no.
But
something else serious.
I did not
instead?
expect that though.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite the other direction from what because it's clear that the only reason why she's doing this now is because she is how upset she got about the fact that Mal slept with her friend.
Yeah,
was her cue to be like, I got real feelings for this guy instead of actually embracing it.
She's just get away from him.
Yeah.
She's not supposed to be in love with somebody. It conflicts with her work and her career and her calling. So now might be a time to delve into a segment we're going to call Unpursued Firefly Storyline.
Yeah.
So there is some talk, and I don't remember the specifics of where this information comes from now, but there's some talk that an Unpursued storyline that was already being planned when they made these early episodes is that Inara has some kind of a terminal sickness that in like the near medium term is going to bring an end to her life. And like the Ariel episode, I guess, was maybe the first hint at it. She was like, I had to be here for my companion checkup, but they were like gonna say that maybe she was actually there to see a doctor about what she's dealing with that she was keeping private.
Oh.
And so that's not, you know, I'm sorry if people think it's a spoiler for me to say, but that's not pursued in the next episode or in the movie. But there has been talk that apparently it was in the mind of Joss Whedon while creating this early stuff, is that Inara has some sort of a health issue going on that is maybe at play in her unwillingness to get connected to somebody or to love. Or
that actually fits pretty well with it, you know, because otherwise I'm like, what's your motivation to like keep fighting this feeling that's like you obviously feel? You're stuck on a ship with these people, you know, like
she
everyone
sees them as her family.
Yeah, and I know that it would maybe conflict with her work, but like, what is she working? Is she building wealth here, or is she paying her rent?
I mean,
on the ship?
she likes being good at it, you know. I think
that's
it's
true.
A part of it's, you know,
it brings
expertise.
her joy, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes out of being good at your skill.
That's true.
And she's clearly good at her skill.
Yeah, and God knows Mal wouldn't let her continue pursuing that if they
Right.
you know.
Well, I think it would become very fraught too, because it's about building genuine connection with her clients, and if she's sharing a genuine connection with a romantic partner in her personal life, it makes both her genuine partnership have kind of a piece missing from it, and it would make the companionship in her work have a piece missing from it, is my thought.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's a lot of fighting.
Yes.
It's a lot of fighting against it. So her being like, I don't want to start a new thing when I know that my life is like short, but I also cannot possibly imagine that the show writers would allow her to actually die. There would be some last minute solve to that problem that they would stumble upon.
The time horizon they could put on it could bring us to around the end of the series too, you know, and like in the last couple seasons it could be really dealing with, we have to find a cure for Inara because her time is running out and stuff. Like it could be, it's just that she doesn't expect to have decades left, I think was the idea. She's got a near medium future. terminal disease.
Maybe a good, even like season 2 kind of finale thing where like they find out that the government, what do they call themselves?
The Alliance.
The Alliance has like an experimental cure for this disease that they're keeping under wraps for some reason.
Maybe. Who knows?
Then they have to go in and get it. And that's fun, shooty.
Yeah, definitely.
Get in trouble with the Alliance territory, you know?
Plenty of reasons to get into shooty adventures on this show. This was a fun standoff with some evil, misogynist cowboys.
Yeah. Well, actually, and, you know, something I appreciated about the villain character in this is, like, lots of times in Western stories where there's sort of the posse of, like, evil bad guys, there is still kind of this aspect of that they are kind of, even though they're bad, are still kind of victims of their circumstance. And you know, they're just parts of that sort of society where like no one quite has enough, and they just found their way to get what they want.
Exactly,
you know?
They're
and
doing
it's like,
what they can.
It might be selfish and violent and awful, but like that's kind of how
that's their
the
lot.
Old West was portrayed, right? You know, you think like the gang in Red Dead Redemption 2 has sort of like that same, like they rob houses and they commit violence and they do bad things, but they do it for some purpose. But it seemed like in this case specifically, that dude had means.
Yeah,
he did not need to be
they
doing
said
this.
like he could build a real community here, but he wants to be a warlord. You know? So that's the situation he's set up for himself.
It's like the ultimate. There is no empathy in my heart for that character at all. He's just a piece of shit rich boy who wants to play cowboy and be a horrible person when he could do so much good for everyone else. And there's something like deep in my heart that I have absolutely no love for that person. And I don't want to see an arc where he sees the error in his ways and makes himself better. Yeah,
that
I know.
guy, that's
what I'm saying.
not a recurring villain. They didn't find him interesting enough to be like, we're gonna build on that guy and stuff. They were like, no, we bring him around to kill his ass.
He was just kind of one-dimensionally bad, and then he dies at the end.
Yeah,
totally fine with it. Totally cool with that.
Yeah,
that's maybe the only thing I really have to say about this episode. It was a fun setup for, you know, a cool Western. What do you call it? That's not a standoff. That would be like a
showdown.
Yes. There we go.
It was Showdown at the OK Corral. Showdown at the Heart of Gold. That's right. It was the name of their house. That was cool, what the title meant. And Simon delivered a baby, and River had funny quips.
She sure did.
Yeah, it's, you know, episodic TV adventure. It's not all, but we got Mal and Inara like real consequence stuff happening there.
They waited in true, you know, network television fashion. They waited until the very last 30 seconds of the episode after all the commercial breaks to really hit us with the important story beat that we needed,
yeah.
You know?
So, you know, they could make sure that all the exciting action keeps people's eyes on the commercials.
That's right.
Watch the ads on our videos, everyone.
Please do it.
Yes.
It helps us immensely.
Does that about do it for this week, Nate?
I think so. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.
One more Firefly next.
Yeah, Brown Coats. Thanks for sticking around with us. We love you. I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
Catch you, packets.